Motivational quotes by Nelson Mandela. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. When people are determined, they can overcome anything. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. There were many dark moments when my faith in humanity was sorely tested, but I would not and could not give myself up to despair. That way lays defeat and death. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory when nice things occur. You take the front line when there is danger. Then people will appreciate your leadership. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. When a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. Difficulties break some men but make others. No axe is sharp enough to cut the soul of a sinner who keeps on trying, one armed with the hope that he will rise even in the end. It always seems impossible until it's done. A fundamental concern for others in our individual and community lives would go a long way in making the world the better place we so passionately dreamt of. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. Many people in this country have paid the price before me and many will pay the price after me. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Money won't create success, the freedom to make it will. It is in the character of growth that we should learn from both pleasant and unpleasant experiences. It is not our diversity which divides us. It is not our ethnicity, or religion, or culture that divides us. Since we have achieved our freedom, there can only be one division amongst us, between those who cherish democracy and those who do not. A critical, independent and investigative press is the lifeblood of any democracy. The press must be free from state interference. It must have the economic strength to stand up to the blandishments of government officials. It must have sufficient independence from vested interests to be bold and inquiring without fear or favor. It must enjoy the protection of the Constitution, so that it can protect our rights as citizens.